My name is James Williams. I want to address something. I'm also about to go live on Facebook with this damn thing. All right. So, for those who are on Facebook, welcome. The title, this is what the White House said in regards of John McCain being a POW this morning has pissed me off, and it has probably pissed off a nation of veterans. One, he's a war hero. Captured or not, if you're not a vet, if you haven't served, or if you don't know anybody who served, or you don't have anybody in your family in the military, they should probably shut the fuck up. Alright? I wasn't born when he got captured in whatever war he served in, whether it be Vietnam or Korea. That does not change the fact that he volunteered his life to save everyone here so that we have the right to get up and broadcast on these social medias, on these TV programs, on everything. And the man's battling brain cancer right now. So whoever said whatever they said about him at the White House, suck a dick. Secondly, if you're not a vet, if you haven't attempted to join the military, if you haven't been in the military, if you don't know people who have lived, died, and bled in the military, then you have no business calling him Songbird John. If you haven't been what he's been through, you have no right to talk. And some people get unlucky when we join the military. We lose limbs, and more importantly, we lose lives. And every soldier that has signed up, regardless of how they got in, regardless of how they got out, once a soldier, always a soldier, whether you are in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, and the Coast Guard. And so whatever bureaucratic asshat said that shit about calling him Songbird John, I hope that no one in your family ever joins the military, because karma's a motherfucker, man. And you should not be saying shit like that about a soldier that was captured, period. Soldiers are hard to break. Sometimes our lives aren't as important as the lives of our men and our women, our brothers and sisters at arms. And sometimes you have to make a sacrifice to make sure the information is kept. And sometimes we can't make that sacrifice. To join a military branch is to go above and beyond the call of your citizenship. And for those who are not vets, for those who are not in the Army, for those who don't know anyone in the military, for those who don't have family members who have served and died or served and came home and are a little different, they're a little changed because they've seen shit that you will never see, and they do this so that you never have to. Don't you dare slam a fucking veteran. Don't you dare put a veteran down that has been somewhere that you may not have. He might have been an infantry trooper. His MOS might have been like mine, where the guy that said it, oh, he might have just been one of those guys that pushes a fucking button. There's a difference between those frontline troopers and the troopers that push a button. But a trooper is a trooper. But you don't shun your fellow soldier. We're in this shit together. Whether you're in the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, the Marines, the Coast Guard, you're a soldier. And your job is to be a soldier. And as a soldier, your other soldiers, your fucking family. Period. And yeah, we got friendly rivalries between the Army and the Air Force and the Navy and the Marines. But it's all friendly. But when you sitting up here in the White House in your pristine outfit and your suit and shit, you remember that somebody's kid at 18 years old has signed their name on a dotted line to serve and protect so that your asses can sleep at night. So that your asses can get up every day and drive your fancy cars and your $600 suits into a place where you can't even decide if we deserve health care. I'm a veteran and I can't afford health care. I can't get arrested getting a job. People claim they're vet friendly and still won't give veterans a job. And it pisses me off for people who haven't served, who talk a whole bunch of shit. Now, going to the military don't make you more or less a man. But for those who have joined the military, who see it the way I see it, when you sign your life to protect everyone in this country who could care two shits on you if you live or die and spit on you when you come home, you're more than a man or a woman. You're always going to be a fucking hero. Now, not to quote the cartoon Exo Squad because the only heroes are dead, the simple fact is this. Yeah, he is a war hero. Yeah, he got captured in whatever war he served in. What were you doing? Were you fighting to get him free? Were you there pulling out teeth of the enemy to get to him? No. But you're sitting in Washington, D.C. You're signing things that we as the vets don't get the benefit from. Here's the thing. We're the only country in the world that doesn't have free health care for their citizens. Hospital stays for veterans, we get treated. But, I'm pretty sure my bill is going to be pretty big. But, I didn't ask to get hurt in the service. And if I had it my way, I'd never got hurt. And I'd have went career and I'd have stayed fucking in the military until I came home in a fucking body bag. But that's soldier mentality right there. If you're not a soldier, if you don't know soldiers, then you don't have that. And you don't know what it means to be out there with your life on the line day after day after day. And to be captured, that's a fucking big ass hang up, man. And if you ain't been captured, if you ain't been tortured, how fucking dare you talk bad about Senator McCain? How fucking dare you? If you don't know any soldiers, if you're not a soldier, you should be saluting fucking veterans for everything that they sacrifice. And you should be saluting their families because they serve too. They give us, their family members, to live, to die, to protect all of us. Not just one specific group. The less place that I've been where I have never been a half-breed or mutt or anything like that has been in the Army. Because there's only one color in the Army, and that's green. In the military in general, it's one color, and that's green. The Army colors. The color is red to show the world the blood we shed. Well, here's the thing. We're not shedding that blood because we want to. We shed it because we have to, and when it's a necessary thing. For every frontline soldier, we are the ones that make sure that you sleep at night. We are the ones that make sure that you can go and do whatever the hell you want day after day. So every soldier that serves, whether they're a frontline soldier or whether they're pushing a button, their lives are still in danger, especially when they're not in country. Because most insurgents are too scared to come fuck with us, with the exception of Pearl Harbor and 9/11. We took an oath of service, and that oath of service was to protect Old Glory and everything that Old Glory stands for, and it was to protect every last single one of you civilians, black, white, Asian, Latino, Mexican, whatever your ethnicity is, whatever your gender is. We took that oath of service to save lives. And in war, things happen. People die. We have to accept that. And the soldiers that pull the triggers are the ones that have to live with it the most. And you think that shit doesn't affect us? And you think that him being captured didn't affect him on some level or another? And your bureaucratic asshats are going to say something? But his wife is right. The man's got children. The man's fighting brain cancer. What were you doing while he was serving? You probably some college kid that just, oh, well, fuck it, I'm going to college. Let the dummies go to Vietnam or Korea or whatever. And those things do happen. Sometimes people get captured. The world in the movies of military and the real military, it ain't the same shit. It's just like when you guys are playing Call of Duty. The military training is not the same shit. I can't shoot with a fuck. I got an honorable discharge for failure to adapt. But they dropped the ball and didn't find out how hurt I truly was until I got out. But that does not make me any less a soldier. Today I speak for all vets when I say, if you don't know anyone that's a vet, if you don't have anyone in your family that has not served, and unfortunately if you do know people who have littered the ground of the military graveyard up in Northern Virginia, in the DC area, then you should probably shut the fuck up. Because we soldiers, no matter how we served, we served. You want to talk shit about a man who got captured. You want to call him Songbird John. He's a human being. And no matter how tough we are in the movies, you're still a human being. And humans can be broken. So don't you fucking dare insult Senator McCain. He's a veteran. He's a hero. You deal with it. And I believe it was last year that our commander-in-chief, who probably doesn't know anybody in the military and probably doesn't have anybody in his family that's going to serve anytime soon, he doesn't like people who got captured. Funny thing, I don't like people who haven't really tried to serve. I ain't saying that everybody should serve. The army ain't for everybody. It ain't. The military in general, it ain't for everybody. It don't make you no less a man. It don't make you no more a man. But I will tell you this. Before you judge someone else who has served, maybe you ought to go take a couple of months down in boot camp and see the shit they got to go through to get to where you can serve. Or maybe, just maybe, you should salute them and be grateful that they're the ones brave enough to serve, while you're the ones brave enough to stay at home and do absolutely nothing. So think about that. And every vet that you see, you salute the motherfuckers. Because they are the ones that keep you breathing. They are the ones that keep your money safe. They are the ones who sacrifice their families, their lives, their limbs, their heart, their soul for this fucking country. The oath of service is not a fucking joke. And if you ain't willing to live by that oath, then you don't need to serve. But if you're going to torture or maim people for serving, then you're a piece of shit. I'm James Williams Jr. Everyone salute and salute Mr. McCain. War hero, veteran. And regardless of what those asshats say in the White House, he's the man. And y'all remember that. He's in a fight for his life right now with brain cancer. So you guys make sure y'all salute him. And you take damn good care of him. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc #2. And I'm sorry if I sounded a little pissed off. But I am pissed off because you don't fucking fuck with vets, man. Especially ones that's been through what he's been through. You don't do that shit. And if you're not out helping vets, then you're hurting vets. I'm James Williams Jr. Don't hurt the vets. Salute us. Help us. Because we want to live and protect you. The least you can do is show us that we're not sacrificing ourselves for nothing. Be seeing you. Now I got a little bit of ranzy on that, and I'm sorry. So if you're Kung Fu Havoc 2 and you're watching this and I've offended you, I'm sorry. My military career ain't perfect. It didn't even last the way I wanted to. And I didn't want to come home. I wanted to stay in the military until I came home in a body bag because I have nothing. My acting career is nothing. I have absolutely nothing. The only thing I have on here is my 37 followers, in which I am grateful for, and I salute you for staying with me long enough to get this shit off my chest. But when you get up in the morning and you look in that mirror, and no matter what country you're from, if there is a soldier somewhere within your facility, you salute them. I ain't saying you gotta pay them. You can pay them homage. You can salute them damn soldiers. Because we work hard to keep everyone else alive. And war is not pretty. Without a fucking doubt. Some wars shouldn't even have been fought. Some wars our country didn't have no business going and getting involved in. But as the bulk of NATO, because most of the American Army and the Canadian Army and a couple of guys from England and some other countries, if your country is involved in NATO, your army is involved in NATO, or your military forces rather. And you should know this, and you should salute your soldiers, because every person that's in the United Nations, someone in their nation is fighting for us as Americans and for you, wherever country you're at. If your country is a part of NATO, your soldiers and our soldiers are on the same side, and we're trying to prevent world destruction where everyone else just wants to do what the fuck they want. And that's the other day with the people in whatever deal that President, whatever the hell his name is, pulled out, and they start burning paper talking about some death to America. Look here, man. America is not the politics. We follow our rules because we ain't got much choice. But we aren't the politics. A lot of Americans are against whatever the hell the president did to make y'all want to burn up America. But just remember this. There's civilians here too. Just like there's civilians in your world. And no one wants civilians to be hurt, killed, or maimed. So we can find a way to work around that bullshit. I'm James Williams Jr. Kung Fu Havoc #2. Be seeing you.